Hello and welcome to the next video. This will be much more practical and more close to the actual trading style and strategy that we will use in the future. So when you marked up the structure, you already know that if you have a break of any kind, or especially if you have two breaks in the same direction, your overall expectations are the structure to hold. But where will it hold? And this for these questions, our SnD zones will help us with this question. Now, in previous videos, we discussed that when we have a down move, we should see what up move preceded this down move. But as I said, this huge zone, even if it's true, and it is true, so the market actually will use all this zone for mitigation, but in trading it makes more sense to use what I call the root of the move, or in simple words is just a refined SnD, so a smaller SnD, or SnD that caused the move. So you can call it like you want, but the fact is that when you have a down move, you will have like a big, so whole up push before this down move, and then you can use the smaller zone. And in this case, the smaller zone is like this recent pullback that preceded a move, a pullback from the standpoint of the rules we discussed before. So if this is a break, this is a low, we follow the price, this is a high, and we just see that this is the pullback happen. So we don't, even if this is yes, this is the pullback rule met, but this is the most recent one before the break. So we can say, instead of using this whole big zone, we can use this pullback as a refined zone, or we can refine even more to the last up move before the down move. And in this video we will use up candles, or 2 or 3 up candles before the down moves as our zones, as our example zones. And in the future I will show you how to see fractally, so how to find hidden SnDs and how to refine even more. But this is already enough for understanding. So you can use your whole pullback as a zone or some part of a pullback. So let's just follow a bit with the market. So for the break, as we all know, we need this low to be broken, so a body close below the low. Now we have this break, let's wait for a pullback, and now we have a pullback. Now the big zone is this one. The big zone is this one in this case. So this down move, this down push came after this up push happened. But as I said, we will use more the pullback itself. So the recent pullback happened here. So the protected high is here, and the recent pullback was this small move, and we can say that this is the root of the move. So just refined supply zone, and we can orient on it. Yeah, let's see if market mitigated it or just created a new break. So in this case, a market just created a new break, but we just want to see examples of what's happening. And yeah, technically we have even one more break here. So now we have a break, and in this case, this smaller zone, the smaller pullback, yeah, a refined zone, the root of the move, is basically the same as we would say the big zone is, because for this break we will not use this bigger zone, bigger move up, because we had already a break of it here, and this is the mitigation, and this is continuation. So in this case we can use this zone, and let's see if we will mitigate it. Again, market just breaks, but then goes and mitigate the zone, and we see a reaction. And now our target is this our liquidity target. We know that above every candle, above every high or low, we will have a lot of orders, a lot of stop losses, a lot of liquidity, which smart money will use for profit taking and for further positioning and so on. So let's wait for the next break. So we have this break. Of course, we are working hindsight because we want to study the price action. We want to study what happened. And this is like more interesting because we have a break and now we will have, of course, we understand that market does not need to go all the way to our most refined zones. But just to show you again, we have this huge up move before the down move. But we will use in this video, for now, we will use the pullback. So we will use the pullback before the break, and we will say that this is a protected high. In fact, this is a protected high for this zone, and this is our route. But even in the route of the move, we can refine further. So we can say that the last unmitigated and unmitigated candles I will describe in the next video. So for now, it's just like a small introduction. So instead of using this big zone, we can say that we will use this up move before the down move as our zone, or this one, okay? And wait for the price to tap into it, or as you will know further, we do not even need a tap, because when we have a structure, we can expect continuation first. But for now, just for the sake of zone topic, I described different ways how we can mark up the zones. So we have this zone. Now let's wait for the next break. So next break happens here. And now again, this is a down push. This is a big zone from where this push came, and it validated the zone with this break of structure. So now we know this is the down push, so this is the up push that created, but it's so huge, so we need to use a refined way, and in this case, this is the last pullback before the break. So this is already a smaller zone to use, and this zone already also is quite big. So instead, we can use this smaller zone as a refined version of our zone. Okay, and let's see what happens. So in this case, we didn't have a tap in this zone, and we have this push, and we have this pullback as a zone, and then we arrived almost to real time. Okay, so again, remember, zones structure prevails. You need to focus on structure, and then zones, supply and demand zones, they complement the structure and show you precise ways to mark up the market, to see the mitigations and so on. In the next videos, we will discuss more details about the zones, more ways to see them and use them.